All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream Thursday night. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me too. I'm hoping you can. The audio should be working. So thank you all again for joining. We should have a friend joining tonight. Rob Branding is supposed to be joining the stream. We'll have him in. We'll talk about some NASCAR news. There's I guess like a few things that we should talk about. I have like a whole list of Kurt Busch updates, silly season updates, some rumors about Texas Motor Speedway that we should probably talk about. Ryan Blaney contract extension. Who's looking for charters this season? I'm also breaking down some upcoming happenings this weekend at Watkins Glen. But if you guys have anything you want to talk about, just let me know in the comments and we can definitely get to those as soon as possible. Hoping the comments are working as well. So that is another thing to keep a lookout for. But if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, thank you so much. Make sure, like I said, send in your questions. I also have an announcement at the end of this stream to talk about. It's teasing the stream for next week. We're very excited about it, hoping that we are able to do it, get it done. But yeah, so very excited. I think the first thing that I could talk about, I guess, by myself is I had an idea. Some of you have been sending me messages mostly on Twitter, just saying like, hey, if I sent you something, like, would you be able to do like a show and tell type thing, like a die cast or whatever? Because I'm huge into, well, I guess now I'm huge into die cast collecting. And I was like, yeah, like, let me get a feel if you guys want to check out like the PO boxes or something like that. If you guys want to send me like stuff through a PO box, I can do like a show and tell type situation. So if you guys are interested in that as well, I have a poll on my Twitter page @_TaylorKitchen_ where we can kind of figure that out, because I'd love to do a show and tell with the stuff that you guys send in. Let me see. Let me get rid of this graphic. I don't need that anymore. Okay. Also different setting this week. I am at home. So there we go. Okay, Gary, you said Chase Elliott and Kevin Harvick, the best NASCAR driver for every blank. We don't have that sentence finished. But I will say, I mean, for me personally, I mean, I should include Ross Chastain in this too. I mean, and probably Kevin Harvick. I talked about this in the last episode of Above the Yellow Line. They're my championship favorites this season, I would say. I mean, Chase Elliott obviously leading in like all stats, but I think 2 on the NASCAR website. And I know some of you guys were like, don't trust the NASCAR website. They're biased towards Chase Elliott. I get that. But I mean, he's done exceptionally well leading in the point standings. And then Kevin Harvick, obviously winning 2 in a row. No driver's been able to do that this season. No driver's been able to, I guess, be that consistent 2 weeks in a row. I mean, we've seen that out of Trackhouse Racing, but that's kind of it. So I would say they're the 2 front runners. Obviously, Denny Hamlin had a really rough first half of the season. Now he's picking up some progress with his wins. And then Ross Chastain is just, he's aggressive. He's the storyline every single week. But he's going to be able to, I think, make it happen. I'm just not exactly sure if he's going to be able to win that championship because of everyone around him that is going to make him not. Everyone's kind of against him at this point, I think. Gabe, what is up? Thank you for joining the chats. Awesome. Dominic, I see you in the chats. Thanks for joining. James, thanks for joining. I swear I can talk. Todd, also thank you for joining the chats. I appreciate it. If you guys have any topics to talk about, let me know. Gabe, you said your championship 4. Oh, we're already going to championship 4 predictions. That's wild. Let's do it. Why not? Okay, Gabe, your predictions. Oh, okay, Reddick. All right. Oh, Kyle, thank you for joining the chats. I appreciate it. Reddick's in your championship 4. That's interesting. Obviously, he's done pretty well. I mean, 2 wins, road course wins this season. So that's okay. I'm not against that. I think Elliott and Hamlin, I am a shoo-in for in the championship 4. I think Larson, he was actually preseason. I should probably try to pull up my preseason predictions. Actually, let's just do that now, shall we? Let's see. Because I think in my championship 4, I know I picked Larson as a championship. I'm like, he can definitely go back to back. I don't think he's going to this year. I think that championship slump is real no matter how good of a race car driver you are. Okay. Yeah, here's my predictions. I think we have, do I have everybody's predictions preseason or is it just mine? I don't know. I think it's just mine. But my championship 4 before the season started was Larson, Hamlin, Blaney, and Logano. Logano, it's an even number year. I think he can make it happen. Blaney, he might not make the playoffs. So that's scary. Hamlin, I think he will be the Toyota driver that makes it in. I don't think Truex is going to make it. And then Larson, I guess, make it into the playoffs at all. And then Larson, he could sneak his way into the championship for usually the model that I look at is 2 Chevys, 1 Ford, 1 Toyota. I think that's going to be mixed up this year just a little bit. But let's see. Okay, Kyle, you said, oh wow, comments. Thank you for the comments. Okay. Dennis likes your picks, Gabe. You said I put Reddick there because of how the playoff schedule plays out. I will agree with you. Charlotte Roval, round of 12, Homestead in the round of 8. I mean, it's really consistent for him. It's a good look. I would agree with you. From Canada, Ken, thank you so much for joining. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting. I've always wanted to go to Canada, so that's really cool. If there's a place I need to go in Canada, let me know. Where's the first place I need to check out? I've always wanted to go to Quebec, personally, but just let me know. Chase this weekend at the Glen, I think he's a good pick. I really do. And maybe even Reddick too, but I mean, come on. It's Chase Elliott this weekend, you guys. Kyle, you said I got a hunch championship 4 is Hamlin, Harvick, Blaney, and Chastain. See, we got to keep Blaney in this fight, you guys. I'm a little partial to Blaney, so hope he can pull it through here. Harvick, I think, is a really good championship 4 pick, especially with his late momentum. If he can keep it up, that's the other question. But of course, in 2020, we saw him dominate like the regular season. Then the playoffs happened and he just fell off the cliff. So maybe this is an opposite year. I don't know. We will have to see. You do not like the NASCAR race from Sunday. Okay, so wow, I'm already forgetting where we raced on Sunday. Oh, Richmond. Oh my gosh, yeah. So Richmond, I will say, Dominic, I like the Richmond race better in the fall, or I guess not summer. This isn't fall yet, guys. Whew. Than I did in the spring. The spring race, when I rated it, I gave it like a 38, 36%. I wasn't a huge fan of it. It just was really boring. This race, I wasn't a huge fan of, but stage 3 really picked up, and I like the improvement that we saw. Do I think, from James, do I think that Dale Jr. will start a NASCAR team? So here's what, okay, I talked about this in the Above the Line episode this week. Here's what I think. So Gregson's gone, right? He's going to go to the 42 at Petty GMS. And he has a few options. He could move. I know Drew Dollar has teased maybe going to the number 9 on the social media pages. Whether that's legit or not, I have no clue. You could put Rajah Caruth in that car. I think he'd be an interesting pick, or Carson Hocevar. There's a lot of drivers you could put in that number 9 car. Or he could totally get rid of the number 9, or maybe switch the drivers around, into different numbers. And you could put that money that you would spend on the 4th car, put JRM to a 3-car team? Yeah, 3-car team. But then you would try to focus your other efforts onto a cup start. And obviously charters. You got to find those charters. I don't know with, there's other drivers or other teams that are looking for charters this season. And we'll talk about that in a second. Let's see, who were they? I think it wasn't on the Teardown podcast. It was some podcast that somebody, Door Bumper Clear, Colleague and Hamlin for 2311 Racing, and then for Colleague Racing, they're looking for charters. So that's going to be a little bit of a fight to get those. And obviously, I think the charter system needs to expand. I don't know what you guys think about that, but we can talk about that too, for sure. So let me chat real quick. There we go. Just chatting with Rob here. He should be joining in a few minutes. Let's see. I think Blaney wins 2 times in the playoffs. Question for you, though, Kyle. Does he get into the playoffs, or does somebody else take his spot? He could win twice in the playoffs, but is he in the playoffs? That's what I want to know. I'm curious about that. Kelby, Bubba doesn't suck. Bubba is a great driver. I agree. Thank you. Thank you, Kelby. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but yeah, I do like Bubba. He's doing really well. Michigan, I thought he was going to win, quite honestly. I really did. And then just how the restarts happened, and obviously Kevin Harvick got that clean air and he was gone. Look forward to seeing Chase Elliott at Rallycross. Oh, nice. Nice. That'll be fun. I need to go to some dirt racing and stuff soon. That'll be great. Let's see. Richmond and Martinsville should be only in the fall. Thank you, Gabe. I agree with you. Kyle, you said, I don't think Junior will find a charter. I do agree too. I'm a little scared about that. Oh, Ben. Okay, Ben, let's read your comment and let's digest it a little bit. Thanks for joining the chat, by the way. I appreciate it. Okay, so you said the longer Junior waits, the more unlikely it gets. I would agree with that. The longer you wait, the harder the charters are going to be defined unless they expand the charter system, which I think with this next gen car, or I guess the Gen 7 car, I shouldn't call it the next gen car at this point. And just how, I guess, less costly it is to join the field nowadays. And granted, I know the charters are going for like 20 million a pop at this point, but it's taking a lot to get a charter. So charter is only continuing to go up in value, like you said. And while Dale could certainly afford it, he could. I don't think he's convinced he can get a good enough ROI. I mean, yes, but I mean, here's the thing: every team, when they join the Cup Series, is going to face a lot of challenges, whether you are already prominent in the sport or whether you are very new. Obviously, somebody like Dale joining the Cup Series with his team, I feel like he's going to have a little bit of an advantage. People know who he is. He's going to have an easier time, I think, getting sponsorship just because of his name. It depends on who he puts in the car, obviously. But I would think that he can get a really good return on his investment. If he believes that or not, that's up to him. But just looking at his name and the value that brings alone, I think he definitely could. The first few years are going to be a building period. It's going to be rough, I would assume, or you could be like Trackhouse second year and just blow everybody out of the water. Oh, back to where I should go in Canada. Niagara Falls. Let's see what we got. Toronto, Quebec City. Yeah, I got to go there. I really do. Let's see. We're jumping around a little bit. Okay, Kyle, here are your predictions. Also, Christopher Buescher gets in and Kurt is out. I think Christopher Buescher, if you know, you know, will probably get into the playoffs in some way, shape, or form. I would like him to. He's been so close to winning this season, and maybe he wins during the playoff time period, but I don't know if he's actually going to win his way into the playoffs with 2 races left. We all know that Daytona is probably going to be a disaster zone. It could be anybody's game. I will tell you at Daytona, I do not think we're going to see a repeat winner with everybody so hungry to get that last playoff spot. I think, well, okay, so here are some scenarios. Play along with me, if you would, in the comments. So you got to go into this playing offense or defense, right? So if you are already in the playoffs and you've won, you're like, all right, do we want a new winner? I want somebody else to compete with, or do I not? So let's say that you have a driver, for example, Corey LaJoie. I mean, he's a really decent driver, really good, but I don't see him being a championship threat. So if there's a chance for him to win at Daytona and you're a driver that's already in the playoffs, you're like, you know what? That's fine for my game. If Corey LaJoie wins and Ryan Blaney and Truex are out, that's great. Ryan Blaney and Truex are really strong championship contenders. If Corey LaJoie wins, that's one less guy I feel like you have to worry about. No disrespect to Corey LaJoie, but he's also not a Hendrick. He's not a Penske. He's not a Joe Gibbs. So it's going to be an interesting time. Not only are you playing strategy with fuel, tires, and just staying out of the wrecks, but you're also playing strategy based off of who do I want to sit next to in the round of 16. So that'll be very interesting. James, you asked, let's see. Oh, that was a comment from Gabe. James, you said, do you think Kurt is going to retire after the season? That's tough to say. I know, I mean, Kurt clearly has fight left in him. And based on the charter conversation, Hamlin's looking to get a third charter. And that tells me that he wants to keep it a 3-car team, whether there's a conversation of Kyle Busch moving to 2311, filling in for his brother just because he can't race anymore, or something of the sort. They're going to be a 3-charter team at some point, which also tells me they're looking for a charter for Reddick. That whole situation is wide open. I don't want to speculate on it too much, just not knowing the details and the exact details of Kurt's health. But obviously we learned today that he's going to be out for Watkins Glen and Daytona, which I think is a really smart decision. Usually those decisions from Kurt have come Wednesday night. Obviously it's Thursday. So part of me feels like he must be doing a little bit better. Like I said, I don't know, but enough for them to be like, all right, I think I'll be good for the playoffs, but let's put some caution to the wind, throw caution to the wind, and keep myself out for Daytona, where there could be some scary wrecks. We don't want that to mess him up further. And then Watkins Glen, it's not, he's already locked into the playoffs. He has waivers for the playoffs. I don't think it's worth the risk. But is he retiring after this year? I want to know what you guys think. I don't see him retiring after this year unless his health is really bad. It could be like a Dale Jr. situation, but we'll have to see. Gabe, going back to the The JRM2 Cup. You said, I think Kelly Earnhardt would run the team if they go to Cup, not Dale. I would agree. I mean, I respect her so much. She is such a badass, and really strong business skills. I think that she would run that operation. I mean, she kind of runs both right now, but I think she would probably run that. Going back to Chris Buescher, you said, Gabe, the Roush cars are good at Daytona. Buescher and Brad won the duels earlier this year. Yes, they did. My thing is, and they'll be hungry for a playoff spot. So that's what they have going for them as well. It's just a matter of who's going to, like I said, who's on offense, who's on defense going into that race. Who do you want to win, or who do the drivers want to win, and who do the drivers not want to win? Obviously, they want themselves to win. But if you're in a position where you are in the front, like 3 rows on the final restart, what's your move? What are you going to do? If, like I said, a LaJoy or even Bubba Wallace, let's say, I mean, he would be a really good, I think, championship contender, in my opinion. We have some good tracks in there. I mean, Kansas, they 2311 ran really strong in. That's in the round of 16. I mean, could do well there. Obviously, I'm going to do whatever it takes to push Corey LaJoy if he's taking the outside or inside line to the front to win the race, just because I feel like that would give you a better chance to make it farther in the playoffs, as opposed to if Bubba Wallace won, because I feel like he could go farther than I think we all think he can. Oh, Ben, don't do this to me. Don't do this. Imagine Ryan Blaney finishing second in regular season points, but not being able to finish higher than 17th in the final standings. That kills me. And that's the thing with the playoff system. And I love it and I hate it. Here's my thing. I know on Twitter I've been very vocal about the playoff system here, but if we're gonna do this win and you're in thing, I feel like there has to be more stipulations. Obviously, for me personally, I don't think Cindric or Briscoe, they've been lower in the point standings. I'm not saying that they don't deserve those spots, because my God, they do. But if we're having somebody top 2 in points and they're not into the playoffs, that for me is a sign for concern. I don't know how you fix the system. I know NASCAR fans, we all love to complain. We can say that we want something to change, it changes, and then we're mad about the change. But it's, I just don't know. There's something needs to change. I don't know what it is. I would like to see them get away with, or remove the win and you're in. I do love the chase format. I would like to see that come back. Though that does also, I guess, I mean, obviously, if you have like your top 10 drivers go into the playoffs, there's going to be a lot more left out than with this round of 16 stuff that we're doing right now. And that could turn some fans off, but I feel like it also creates a tighter championship field. So it's something I think NASCAR should play with, especially if we're going to add in more charters or something like that. I feel like they should play with the playoff system maybe one more time. And it's obviously not everyone's going to like it, but if we can try to fix this discrepancy we see in points, that would be great. Oh, yeah, and then Kyle, I should mention this. You said even if LaJoy wins, he isn't in top 30 in points, which is shocking to me, honestly. Daytona will be a race where he will probably see 4 GWC to finish the race. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. Yeah. Okay, I see all your comments. I know he wouldn't make it. I was just a hypothetical. I swear. I'm sorry. Ken, you said junior charter with RCR 2024 with Truex Jr. I think they made that almost like a joke or something like that in the comments of, not in the comments. I'm like, what am I saying? In the episode of the Dale Jr. Download, they actually made like a comment about that where he's like, man, I wanted Truex to help me if I were going to go to Cup. So I think that'd actually be really cool. RCR, I don't think they're going to get any better. Even if they have Austin Hill in that car in 2024, even 2023, I've heard comments that Childress still isn't happy with Reddick and wants him gone as soon as possible. I don't know how true that is. It's just also what I've seen on Twitter. Don't take Twitter as fact, everybody. Look at credible sources. But so I honestly, I have no clue what their situation is going to be in 2024. But I think it would be really cool and like a really cool collaboration if Junior and RCR would collaborate, kind of what we see Petty GMS doing. I don't know if that would happen, though. I also don't know if that's something that Childress and or Junior would want to do. But as we see the older teams kind of moving out, making way for the new generation of racing and race fans and team owners and drivers, this could be something that they try to figure out. I think I would like to see that. Let's see. Let's scroll down all the comments. Sorry, guys. I am trying to keep up. I feel like I'm an auctioneer at this point. Okay, here we go. So Gabe, I actually like this comment. Blaney won the All-Star race. That should be an automatic playoff berth. This means more than the $1 million. I mean, I would agree, in especially how that all went down. I'm not just saying he should be in the playoffs because of how that was officiated at the end. I'm more so saying just, I mean, you win the All-Star race through all that crazy format hoopla that we saw. I feel like that should be worth something. Again, though, if we look at how the format was, it wasn't the same format that we see in a normal race with all the inverts and everything. So that's where I might disagree with this, saying he did win the race, absolutely, but it wasn't the same format as we see the other races in. Same with, like, if we had the guys who won the Daytona duels and the Clash, if they were automatically in the playoffs, I wouldn't consider that legitimate just because they're different formats and everything. So that's where I see a little bit of a discrepancy in that. Also, thank you guys so much for adding to the comments. I have a few more notes on things we can talk about too. Let's see. Should be top 20 in points, not top 30 when only 32 cars have run full time. Are you saying, I think, Kyle, I understand what you're saying here when we talk about drivers who are allowed to be into the playoffs. It should be the top 20 in points, which actually adds a little bit more, what are we going to call it? Hustle, hurry, worry, any of those terms I think would work. Honestly, everyone knows what the system is like. If you don't win, you're not in, no matter how good you are. And that's valid. I mean, and the reason obviously the system was made was because we were getting guys that didn't win winning the championship, and that obviously made people upset. So it's I feel like if you want people to win to get into the playoffs and you have that as part of your system, you can't shortchange that. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you want to ensure that those that are in the playoffs have won, you have to do the winning you're in. Otherwise, you're risking like having a champion that we've had in the past that has not won a race. So I don't envy NASCAR for how they have to set this up. It's not the best, I would have to say. So like I said, if we choose to change the playoff system or NASCAR tries to look at it again, I don't envy them. I respect whatever decision they make. Obviously, I might get mad about it, but they have a lot of people to please. And like I said, I don't envy them at all. That has to, as easy as it looks to just make the decisions and run with it, it's got to be really tough. So I can understand that. All right. Let's see. I don't know. Do you want to talk some silly season, I guess, now? We can, I don't know. Oh, well, Kyle. Okay. We'll get to Kyle's comment. Kyle, what you saying? What are you saying? Also, if you guys have other topics or questions in the comments, let me know. We can talk about them, have a little discussion. But we can all agree that with the new car, it has been a complete success with leveling the playing field. Granted, the cat has safety issues. The car so has safety issues with the fires, but the competition is so close. I would agree. I think this car has yielded such good success, and even it's elevated like every single mile and a half track that we've seen. I mean, it's elevated every track, quite honestly, that we've seen so far this season. I mean, the racing at Michigan, I remember just watching it on my TV, and I was like, oh, okay. It's the Michigan race. It's fine, whatever. But when I went there in person, obviously it's that discrepancy between being in person and being at home. But it was actually a really decent race. And for Charlotte, oh my God, you guys, it really amplified Charlotte too. So the car has been an overall success in terms of leveling the playing field and as far as elevating the performance that we see on the track. But yes, it does have safety concerns with the fires, obviously the impacts as well that are felt in the car. I'm gonna oh gosh. So as far as the things that are felt in the car too, some drivers have said that like the impact in the car has been better, and some drivers have said that the impact has been the worst that they've ever felt. So trying to play with it and see, obviously, I really have trust in NASCAR trying to figure out the safety situation. They've tried to implement some different things with the car to help with the fires, something with the exhaust, I think. So trying to see if that will work. But yeah, I think the true test right now is when we go back to Daytona and then we see some of the safety concerns, and hopefully what we've learned through the season will hopefully help these drivers if there are some wrecks. Obviously, I hope that there aren't any crazy things. I'm hearing that Chevy is making a run at Kyle Busch now, Gabe said. You know what? I'm going to bring in a friend to talk about that. We'll talk about this. We have silly and stuff. Okay, let's bring in Rob. Rob, you good? I think he's good. All right, we're good. Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I got a new cord for my camera, and it wasn't working. And I think, unlike the old the old cord, This needs a memory card apparently in my camera, which
Oh,
the other one didn't. Either that, or I was just oddly getting away with it, or it's just a coincidence, and in like 5 minutes this will shut off.
that's all right.
But
We'll figure it out.
we'll roll with the punches.
We always do, so that's okay. But how are you? How are you doing besides the technical difficulties?
I'm good. How are you?
Just great. First of all, I love the shirt, and I really want
Oh,
the
thank
shirt.
you. Oh, thanks.
Is that
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Team
This
Penske
is
or something like that, or where'd you get that?
I think I did get it from Team Penske, but I got it. God, I got it early last year.
Man,
It's been a while because I don't have a ton of driver T-shirts because I don't wear a ton of them.
yeah, that's valid.
Um, but I really like this one. I'm a big sucker for a good ringer tee.
Yes, yeah, I love those. My whole thing is like, oh, you got a hi, Rob. Ken said hello to you.
I
In
can.
the comments. My whole thing is like I ran out of racing gear to wear while I was home. I wore it for the early part of the week, and I was like, well, let's just go basic. And actually, well, I mean, I have the hat that you kindly made here,
Yeah,
so might put that on later. We never know.
nice.
But I was gonna talk about. Oh, well, we have more comments. Thank you guys. Let's talk about this Kyle Busch stuff. So let me give some background here. So Ryan Blaney, long-term contract extension. First off, I mean that has nothing to do with Kyle Busch, but that's some silly season news to talk about. And then Doorbell for clear, like I mentioned earlier, Hamlin and Colleague are looking for another charter. So 2311 is still a place that Kyle could go. SHR, a representative at SHR, said that Custer is actually planning to probably stay, which we all thought he was leaving based on rumors in the garage and everything. And Almirola, they're still working on trying to get him to stay. So that might not be a place for Kyle Busch to go anymore. But apparently, Joe Gibbs has kind of quieted conversations a little bit. Obviously, that's just what's been the rumor on Twitter. And now a Ford team and Chevy has entered the chat. So with that said, do you have any new speculation as to where Kyle could end up, or what are you thinking about all of that?
I'm gonna say the scenario that I kind of would like to see play out,
Okay.
just because I find it very intriguing. Um, I would love to see him go back to Rick Hendrick.
Yes.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
I know technically Bowman is supposed to stay in the 48. But it would not surprise me if they booted him to put Kyle in the 48, which is it'd be very funny that
Yeah.
there's that Kyle's return. It would honestly make for a good story for him to return to Hendrick because he kind of left Hendrick on bad terms.
Yeah.
And he was young. I mean, I'm older now than Kyle Busch was then.
Which is wild.
Which is kind of insane. You're older than Kyle Busch was then.
Which is also wild. And I still feel
Yeah.
like I'm super young, and that just feels really weird to me.
Well, that's the thing is he was really young and he had a bit of an attitude, which I mean he was talented, but surprisingly enough, he has calmed down his attitude
Yeah.
in the last decade. But I think it would be. I feel like it would return everything back full circle.
Mm-hmm. If he ended his career there, because I'm assuming like if he ends up there, he's
not.
Yeah.
I think wherever he ends up, that's probably where he ends his career. But on the other side of that, if Bowman left, I would love to see Colleague pick him up because I think I think it was Dale Jr. that was talking about this. I think he was talking more about Kyle Busch going to Colleague, which I can't see them. Weird. I can't see them nabbing him. I think it's a great idea for them, but I can't see him wanting to go there.
Because it's a great idea for Colleague. It's not for Kyle. I feel like that's too much of a downgrade.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like Colleague is a top 10, top 15 team. Yeah. I mean, in top 5 on a good day, but it's not. Kyle would elevate it to maybe you win 1 or 2 races, maybe,
and that's
not enough for him. He needs to get in a Hendrick car and win a bunch of races. But I don't know. I like the pairing of Bowman and Colleague, even though I love Alex Bowman and I would hate to see him leave such a competitive ride. And
but I guess I feel like he he's not elevating or performing as well as he should in the Hendrick equipment. Granted, he has the wins and everything, sure, but he hasn't been consistent.
They talk about his luck, his good luck a lot when he wins a race, but they don't talk about how awful his luck usually is, and that's why he hasn't been running as well. Speaking of running, this fly in my room, I don't know where it came from, but I keep seeing it.
I had Daisy. I don't know if you guys saw the stream last weekend. I introduced my dog to the stream. She was in like the other side of my room earlier, and I kept trying to like close the door because I'm like, all right, we got to record, and she's just like wanting in and out because she hates when she's in here and the door is closed because she panics. So if she tries to bark or whatever outside the door, that is a dog. That is her. She is upset. But yeah,
and if you heard barking from my apartment, a very happy accident has occurred. Because I don't have a dog.
Okay.
But if there is a dog in my apartment and you hear barking, then it's a surprise to me, but it's a welcome one.
I love dogs. I know everyone at work, my old job, they all convinced me I needed a cat, and I'm pretty sure now I need a cat.
I really want a cat, but my roommate is
allergic,
very very allergic to animals.
Oh God.
So I can't get really any sort of animal unless it's a fish. And as much as I love fish are boring.
They are, and they're scary. I think they're scary.
A goldfish is scary?
I'm introducing a fear to everybody. I have a really big fear of sea creatures. They just freak me out.
Oh, it's fascinating to me, but I do get that. That's why I don't go into open water, not even around here, because my roommate kind of passed on her fear of whales onto me.
What?
Okay. I've seen way too many videos of people kayaking or out on a boat, and then a whale out of nowhere just breaches.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not happening. And if one washes up on the shore, I know what happens. I know what happens to those things eventually as they rot.
Oh God!
You know what happens, right?
If they rot, they rot. Like
no, like methane gets built up in them, and they literally explode. So yeah, a fear of whales is very much warranted.
God!
I do love watching like Planet Earth.
I love that.
I mean, I just love animals in general. But there are very many animals that I would not get within 1,000 feet of.
See, I love bears. I know they're scary, but like I love bears.
Yeah, why? God was really making a mistake the day he made bears. He's like he made those things, and he was like, nope, no hugging. It's like, come on, do you see that thing?
It's so cute. I love red. I mean, okay, so question: Are we? I know we're so off topic, but red pandas. Do we consider them bears? Are they bears? Or like almost like, you know what I mean?
Well, pandas are bears.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So a red panda is a bear. Yeah, I would consider that a bear.
I needed validation because I thought it was a bear. Maybe you in the comments are animal experts and think I'm wrong.
Yeah, there might be some weird classification that makes them not, but they're literally called panda bears. I mean, that's what people call them. But
what? Okay.
Is it saying it's not?
They are raccoons.
No, they're not. No, that cannot be true. That cannot be true. I know that's a joke often because they call raccoons trash pandas, but
yes,
there's no way.
It says on it's nationalzoo.si.edu. So it says it's the Smithsonian National Zoo and Conservation Biology Institute website, so I trust it. They are raccoons. Scientists have long debated the red panda's taxonomy. Red pandas were first described in 1825.
Is it just a red panda though?
I think. Yeah, I would say it's just red because panda bears are they're bears. The panda bears.
Okay, yeah, I forgot that red pandas are like smaller. That makes a little bit more sense.
I would maybe they're like in the cat family because they almost remind me of bobcats for some odd reason.
Okay, I see.
Anywho.
All right. Anyway, How did we get to that?
We talked about
dogs.
Yeah.
You were saying Daisy might come in.
This is
Okay.
my fault this week, you guys. I'm sorry, but back on schedule. He said, "Wait, okay, hold on. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit in the comments. Kyle, you also heard that Chevy is trying to get Kyle Busch and bring Kyle Busch Motorsports over to Chevy and trucks. I did hear that too. Rob, did you hear that?
Yeah, Gabe makes a good point
about
saying that Bowman is better than Byron. Yes, I fully believe that Bowman is better than Byron.
Oh.
But
all right.
Byron has more sponsor backing than Bowman.
He does. And this season, at least, he's been more consistent. I wouldn't say they both had a great season, but
he has. But I think the only reason we really even say that is because Byron has 2 wins. But those wins came early.
They did.
They came really early, and I can't remember hearing his name in the top 5
in a long time.
All summer. I could just be, having a brain fade, but
now I think you're being accurate, and I will say for Byron too. And the reason I think we're maybe Bowman isn't better is because Bowman in the last 10 races has had what, 5 DNFs, 6? No, I think more it's 4 or 5, but he's just not been able to finish races. So that's another reason why.
The biggest thing, honestly, a large part of it is he needs to be better at qualifying.
Yes.
He's usually starting somewhere in the back. That's why he, didn't even make it through 10 laps at New Hampshire, to the point where I don't even have a photo of his car.
Yeah. Which is depressing.
Oh yeah. And yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a lot of it, but he ran. Did he finish top 10 at Richmond? I think he ran top 10.
Let me look at the results, because I think part of me thinks Byron and Bowman finished top 10, but I could also be totally wrong. I know Byron almost won the Richmond race in the spring.
Yeah.
But the NASCAR app. You're not going to load, are you? Oh, yes, you will. Fantastic. Also, okay, question. Do you have a body armor next to you?
Yes, I do.
Bless. I actually just drank
mango.
See, that's a good flavor. Before the stream, I was hoping to have it for the stream, but I finished the fruit punch flavor. It's my favorite.
I was gonna get a Mamba. I sent you a snap. I rode my bike to go my blue bike to go do errands, and I needed some replenishment, and that's why we have body armor. Not an official sponsor. Not an official sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but we love it. Okay, Byron finished.
But we're open.
We're open
to our DMs are open.
Yes, body armor. We may not be athletes, but we swear by it for our hydration needs. So
we walk places.
We walk places.
They always told me, if are you active at all? You're an athlete, and I was like,
yes.
I go on a run once a week. I am an athlete.
And when I'm at the racetrack doing media and everything, I body armor.
You're not kidding.
God.
You're not kidding. Yeah. You're not kidding. Walking up and down stuff.
God.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, swear by it. Let's see. You guys said Byron finished 11th. Bowman. I'm not seeing his name. He finished 20th. Yeah, that's bad.
Okay. Yeah, I thought he had gotten caught a lap down.
And Byron has won top 10 since Martinsville.
Really?
Since he won. Wait, excuse me? Since he won Martinsville? What?
I mean, there hasn't been another Martinsville.
Well, oh my God. Okay,
that's not surprising though, because I have not heard his name.
This is worse than I thought.
You know what's funny? Thinking about Loudon, I'm trying to think of I was, there doing photos. I'm trying to remember what car he drove.
Oh my God.
And I cannot remember.
Let's assess the situation now, shall we? So they're locked into contracts. Byron's contract is a lot longer than, for me, when they announced the contract extension. I think it's 3 seasons or something like that. Correct me in the chat, please, guys, if you know I'm wrong. 3 or 5 seasons, whatever. It was longer than I thought it should be. Bowman's, I think, is just for 1 season or 3. Maybe it's whatever. But I think, obviously, with the next gen car, it's going to be a development process. However, at this point, so many people have started to figure it out. when you have two drivers in your organization that young that haven't figured out this car yet when other drivers have in other organizations that are showing your drivers up week after week after week, that's cause for concern for me. And obviously, I don't know when you can break contracts or if you can or how that works. That's not my specialty. But if Kyle Busch has a chance to go back to Hendrick, I'd go for it, quite honestly. Byron through 2025. Thanks, Ben.
Okay, so he drove the Liberty car, but I do not remember seeing the Liberty car.
Dang.
I know I probably have. I know I have a photo somewhere, but I don't have one here. I just have a photo of him. Because I was at some point, I couldn't even find the photo of him, and I was like, "Are we sure he was there?
Yeah,
no, are we sure he was there?"
That's the thing, and like I don't know. It's for me not seeing them in the picture week after week, and then Larson's even struggled too. Like not as much as Bowman and Byron, obviously, but still, last season at this point, Larson had like 5 wins, including the All-Star race. This year, he has 1. Like I don't know. Besides Chase Elliott, I don't know what's happened to that team. Bowman is locked in through next year. That's what I thought. Okay, so if Kyle, see, then that's tricky for Kyle Busch. Like, let's say he has that option to go back to Hendrick Motorsports, and that's his best option, right? That seat's not necessarily open until next year, technically. So where would he go in the meantime? And I don't think Joe Gibbs is wanting to keep him for a season. Granted, maybe the polite thing to do would be, hey, we're going to keep you for the season because we weren't able to find you a sponsor, which I know Daniel Suarez in an article, I don't know if it was for The Athletic or what, but he commented and he was like, he was shocked that Joe Gibbs hasn't found out a solution or a sponsor for him since they knew Eminem's was leaving last year. And for me, that's also shocking too. So I don't know. Obviously, I don't know inside stuff. I don't know what happened there, but it was wild.
I don't know. It sounds to me like they just didn't have a plan.
No,
or that the plan was that this would be his last year, whether they communicated that or not.
And that's my problem with this whole situation too, is Kyle's been very clear. I feel like he still has a lot of fight left in him. He still wants to compete. He still wants to race. He has plans with his truck series team. And he also mentioned like this whole plan with his son, like they would share a truck at some point. So I don't know how that screamed to me he's done racing to Joe Gibbs, if that was part of the conversation. So I don't know.
Look, we all know who is going to drive the 18 within the next couple of years.
Whether that's next year or the year after.
And if, Grandpa wants his kid in the car, his kid's going to be in the car. Mm-hmm. We've seen that, we're still seeing it. We're still seeing it.
Yeah. And I guess my thought with that is, I don't know. I mean, if I was Ty Gibbs, obviously I'd want to be in the 18 car, but it depends on how much space you want. I feel like if I was a race car driver and I was like driving for my grandpa, I think that'd be the coolest thing. But also I'm like, do I want space to kind of prove like I can do this myself? Or do I want space from, like kind of space to be your own person in your own career? Or that's kind of what I was thinking for him.
But I honestly, I agree with you. If I were a driver, I would pride myself on being self-sufficient in, a back marker team. But that's just me. And if he has that accessible of an opportunity to race at the top level, I don't blame him for, seizing that opportunity. Most people would want that. I don't believe Ty Gibbs drives the 18, Kyle. The 11.
Just because it's a family it's the family number.
Yeah, I always thought if Denny moved over to 2311, that Denny would take the 11 with him.
But then here's the thing with Denny, though. He said this was, I think, before the off season last year when he was on the Dale Jr. download, or maybe it was sooner because my timeline's off. But he was like, I want to retire at Joe Gibbs Racing. He said he would love to race for his own team, but I think he did mention wanting to bring the 11, wanting to bring FedEx at least. And I don't see them leaving Joe Gibbs, or I think he's going to have to retire at Joe Gibbs.
Yeah, which, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, that makes sense. This is where we run into issues like that we can't bring the 11. I wish that NASCAR would run numbers like short tracks do, where you can have the same number, they just have a different suffix. So there are times where, you know, the series I work for will have 3 different number 7s.
Which is wild.
But one's the number 7, one's the number 7 CT for Connecticut. Usually the suffix is whatever state they're from, or it'll be like their last, you know, they're like their initials or something. Which I don't know, I like that idea, and it, you know, kind of frees up number availability. I get why you don't do it in NASCAR because it is very confusing, and the cars change paint schemes every week, so it's not as identifiable. But
right, and that's also my thing too. I did not like off topic, but I wish there was enough sponsorship in the sport to keep a driver's paint scheme the same every single week, just for that identity. I know one week when Kyle had DeWalt, I think Truex had Interstate Battery, and I was just so confused, like that whole week, because I was like, the 18 is Christopher Bell, but it's actually not. And then it was
every team does that now. They spread their sponsorship to all their cars. I mean, 2311 does it.
Yeah,
obviously we've seen. I mean, even Gibbs has been doing it, you know, for forever. Because I mean, they've just started to like go all out for it in Cup.
right.
But I mean, I remember, like in like 2007, you know, they're you know, in the Busch series, they would run the 18 FedEx car.
Right.
And it would look just like Denny Hamlin's car, except it was number 18.
And
I do not remember who drove it, but I think McDowell ran a FedEx scheme in a Gibbs car in like 2011. Because McDowell drove for Gibbs.
Why do I want that? I want that paint scheme so bad. Oh, he did.
Yeah. That the 2011 paint scheme looked good.
I liked it.
Yeah, 2011 to like I forget how long he did. 2014, I think.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 2014 was the last time he ran that scheme. But
I like it.
But yeah, it's been going on forever. But it is very confusing. I mean, Bubba Wallace is driving a serious car that looks just like the car Kurt Busch drove at Loudon.
Yes.
I'm happy that when Kurt was supposed to drive the McDonald's car, it looked different than Bubba's car. It looked very similar, but there were a couple characteristics that were different.
I also like how they changed things a little bit when Ty Gibbs stepped into the car to fill in for Kurt.
Well, I think that was more because it was a backup car, and they couldn't paint it like they could. It's like when Byron had to run that backup car, I think at Dover.
Oh yeah,
or Chase Elliott at Darlington.
Yeah. Oh, that paint scheme. Ooh, I didn't personally like it. Either way,
I didn't like it either.
Either way, both ones were bad in my opinion. I just didn't.
Yeah.
Oh well. Wait, what did Gabe? Was this you again, Gabe? I heard that Childress. Oh, we talked about this at the beginning. But we can touch on it now. I heard that Childress wants Reddick out of the car next year. What happens if Reddick takes them on a deep playoff run? Does he still get rid of him next year?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I feel like it's an emotional grudge, not based on performance right now.
I feel like he and Reddick have. This is me speaking from the outside.
Okay, yeah.
But it feels like to me that they have not had a stable relationship.
No.
For a long time. For at least a couple years. Hi, Kylito.
Oh, hi, Kylito. We love you.
Yeah, I feel like they haven't had a good relationship for a long time. And I think Reddick's been very quiet about it. And I think him announcing that he was going to go drive for 2311 was his, you know, this is my career. You don't make my career.
Do you see there's another Rob in the comments? Rob in the comments, what's up?
But yeah, so I think it was kind of Tyler taking back his Cup career because he's only ever driven for RCR in Cup.
Yeah.
Even when he was like part-time in 2019, he was driving the 31. But you know, he won an Xfinity championship without RCR. But yeah, so all that to say, I would not be shocked if, say for whatever reason, either, Kurt Busch doesn't come back next year or Denny Hamlin acquires another charter. You've got, it's a perfect opportunity for Reddick. And I think, honestly, the sooner he gets put in that car, the better for both him and RC. Because I'm sure Chill just wants to promote Austin Hill.
And I think Austin Hill's done enough to deserve a promotion, and I think he'll do well in that car. You have to understand, though, when you go to the number 8, I don't mean this to be negative, but it's the honest truth. I think you're going to be second fiddle to Austin Dillon.
You are. And that's what's been so impressive about Tyler Reddick, is that 9 weeks out of 10, you're driving the B car.
Yeah.
You are the Bottas to Austin's Hamilton.
Yes.
So it's astounding that, most weeks Reddick outruns Austin Dillon. And that's not to say Austin's not a good driver, because he's shown several times this year that he is. Come inside, it's fun inside.
Oh, Adam.
What's Bush? It's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
Oh my God. There's what? A GIF of me or a meme or something like that you have in your arsenal? Or something like that. And then I don't know what it is, but I remember you sent me the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
The delivering the L, was that it?
No. Oh, it was something else. And then you sent me the GIF of it's a secret tool. And I literally, I kid you not, on the other side of the phone, spit out my water and it came out my nose.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I forget what we were talking about, but I do remember sending that now.
Well, see, now you have to dig for it. I think it had to have been a GIF.
The first time I heard someone compare Austin Dillon to Lewis Hamilton, and that is the last time you'll hear somebody compare Austin Dillon to Lewis Hamilton, unless they're talking specifically about how I was talking about it.
So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Okay, we're gonna get rid of some comments here. Vlog user on YouTube. Remove comments. Okay, we're gonna go and remove some comments, folks. We love this. Anywho, Rob, keep talking.
Oh, Adam's got fish and chips.
No,
I hadn't had fish and chips in so long.
Okay, here's my question though. Have you been to Disney World before?
No.
Okay, so they have the best fish and chips ever.
Really?
Ever in my life. There's this little stand that's by it's in the middle of the London section or the England section of Epcot, and there's just this little phone booth or whatever that they sell the fish and chips from, and it's the best. If you haven't gone to Disney World, you got to do it.
It's $50.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. I was gonna say it's a little expensive.
That's why I haven't been to Disney World now.
See, and that's the thing. You guys gotta, and it's so expensive now, and especially with COVID and everything.
Yeah,
it's bad.
I would go to Galaxy's Edge, but honestly, other than that, I don't really have any desire to go to Disney World.
Yeah, I feel like when you're a kid, it's so fun, and then there's a certain point though where the magic's gone, and you understand how all of it works, and then it's just not fun anymore. But if you were to go to Epcot for a week, go on a food tour, do it. I highly recommend doing it.
And it's €50.
Yeah.
Adam, where did you go?
Adam was here.
I didn't realize South Carolina became a part of Europe.
I know. Wow. We missed the news today.
Go to Dollywood instead of Disney World. Honestly, it's closer to me.
I love her too. Oh wait, hold on. That's not the comment I wanted. But yes, very interesting transition from silly season to fish and chips. Sure, we roll with everything here.
We are the ruler of every segue known to man.
Yeah,
we are the segue.
We are the segue. I try to segue back on topic as often as I can, and I've realized I am actually horrible at it, and it's become a fun thing for me to try. So, why are we getting all these mods in the comments, you guys? Okay. We're hiding things. Also, if you see things in the comments, you guys report it or something like that. That's fine. Anywho, you guys, what? I don't know what else to talk about right now. Okay, people are blocked. That's fine. We love that. Let's see. You want to talk about Watkins Glen this weekend?
Oh yeah, that's right. Watkins Glen is
That's right. That's this weekend.
Okay, I do want to talk about. I get this sneaky suspicion, and I was thinking about it earlier today, but I have a feeling that Trackhouse has been planning this.
Oh no,
their cars for this race for a while.
Really?
Yeah, I get this sneaky suspicion that they didn't bring Kimi Räikkönen in to run 20th. I'm not saying he wins. But I do think I do think he runs top 10. That might be my bold prediction. And
I would love to see that.
And I think Ross is a definite contender. I think Suarez will be good. He has been good at Watkins Glen in the past. But I get the feeling it's gonna be a Trackhouse kind of day.
I hope so.
I really do think it's gonna be. They're gonna dominate. Maybe not dominate. But I do think that they're gonna be. I'll say they'll be the class of Chevrolet. Besides Chase Elliott, maybe Larson, but he's so hot and cold.
And that's my thing with Larson.
Yeah,
he has not been consistent. That's the problem. He hasn't been consistent, and I know he wants to win, and he's been able to win outside of NASCAR, but he hasn't been able to win another way.
Yeah, and I mean, to be 100% fair, the race he won at Fontana, he didn't dominate. At least I don't think he did. He I don't remember where he ran throughout the day, but that was Reddick.
Yeah.
That was Reddick's race. And it was also God, this is how I forget about him at Byron.
I know. You're like, he's the one that starts with the B, but I don't remember.
Yeah, Gabe makes a good point too. Late in the race, he did kind of Chase probably would have passed him.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah, and he had to pass Suarez late.
He did
with Austin Dillon right behind him. It's been weird. I think it is kind of a championship hangover. Like I wouldn't count Larson as a championship 4 pick right now.
No, and I talked about this at the beginning of the show, but I had my championship round of 16 pulled up that I made before the season started, and my championship 4 were Larson, Hamlin, Blaney, and Logano, and I feel horrible about it. And my championship winning pick was I thought Larson could go back to back, and I feel like I was bamboozled.
The way he ran last year, there's no reason you wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
Like I would have said this year that Larson and Elliott would swap wins the entire year.
Exactly.
Now Elliott has run well. I know he's leading the points. It's still weird to me that he has the most wins.
Exactly. No,
because I don't think I'd say he hasn't run like he has the most wins. He's run really consistent. He's run, consistently the best of any driver this year. And that, that's why he leads the points.
Exactly.
But obviously Pocono, I don't think any of us will remember him winning Pocono. I think
exactly, and I don't either.
I don't think any of us are gonna remember him as the winner of Pocono, and it's why I don't like this whole cucumber I like the cucumber system.
Please explain this to me.
Oh, the encumbered wins. Bubba called it.
God.
Bubba called it a cucumber, and I really
what?
And I really like that, so I started using it.
Oh my God. Okay, because I was like, I've never in my life heard.
You had, I assumed you had used
no
that before.
I've used like all the terms and the jokes that these drivers have said before, but I've never heard that. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Okay.
Insane. Where were we?
I have no clue.
We were talking about Trackhouse at Watkins Glen.
I'm so focused right now on this chat because I don't understand.
I think Toby Christie once said that he had made a couple people mods.
I did.
You made people mods. Oh, because this
mods.
is okay.
People have to keep up with it though.
Yeah. Mod, you got to be rapid fire here.
I know.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you guys.
I like what somebody said. I think it was Kylito that said we're famous enough to have.
We're famous enough to
have trolls now.
This is what happens when you do a live stream on a Thursday night when nobody else is doing it. I think this is what happened last. God bless America. Kylito, thank you.
Kylito's gonna get him covered. Kylito's gonna get him covered.
We love you, and Kyle's got it.
We love the mods.
Love you guys. Okay.
When the first time somebody said mod, I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, that race starts at 8 o'clock. I was like, I'm glad people are getting into the mods. I was like, oh my God, getting in the mods, great.
I need to. I know I need to watch more like.
Well, do you have Flow?
I do. I know. Well, finally I have it. So that's good.
Yeah. So watch it. Literally, like it's starting now.
Like now. Great.
But it'll the race will last a while. Not a while, but it'll be like an hour or so. They're shorter races. It's 150 laps. The track tonight is a mile and a half. So
that's not bad.
Not a mile and a half mile. Which is the mile and a half of the mods. They don't run mile and a halves.
Because I was like, wait. I'm about to end this stream, you guys. I am so sick of. I can't do
NASCAR
this anymore.
Taco Bell Cup Series just got here.
We love them. I had to put them in the chats. We appreciate you joining. I do trust the mods. We'll let the mods take care of it and we'll keep going. We'll go for like another 10 minutes because I know you want to watch the race.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, I don't always watch the race. I should have been there tonight.
Oh yeah. Were you supposed to go?
Well, yeah. I was supposed to do my job. I'm not gonna, it was just a misunderstanding. That somebody didn't know what I do and probably thought I was freeloading when this is my job.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. You texted me about that situation. That's horrible.
It's just it was one of those things where it's like I don't have the energy to like fight this, and it's really hard to fight this with somebody over an email.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys don't know, I mean, obviously there's more of an inside story to this for Rob, but get credentials and everything is tough. I mean, obviously they don't want to give NASCAR's not going to give credentials to everybody, but every track
does it different.
Yes.
And a lot of short tracks will do it a different way. Which in some cases can make it more exclusive. Make it harder to get in.
That's the thing. And
which is insane.
And it's crazy because I mean, I think the issue was like, I mean, not a lot of I think just with photographers in general, NASCAR's been a lot more strict in general, just because it's like, well, where are the photos going to? Like, they don't want like any old Joe Schmo to like just get in there to take pictures, but you actually work.
The thing is this track was very much like print based. Like, you know what I mean? Like they were very news outlet based, whereas I was working for a PR rep, and that's who I work for usually when I go to these races. So if I was going on behalf of like this, it probably wouldn't have been as much of a problem, and I probably could have gotten it. But it's literally just how they operate things. It's not, I'm not, of course I wish I could be there, and I'm upset that I'm not there. But it's one of those things where it's gonna, it's a learning experience, and I'll figure it out. But it's not that I'm never gonna go back to that track. I just know that if I'm gonna go to that track, I need to be affiliated with the right people. Which you play the game. Everybody plays the game different.
Media, it's a game, you guys. We love our jobs. It's just it can be tough sometimes.
Also, Darf, thank you.
We also love your content, and you on Twitter as well. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Just saying. The first time I think Darf Detector, you guys reposted me on Twitter, and I was like, "What in the world?" And I was like, "Oh, I get it." I had to.
I don't think I get it.
What? Okay.
You gonna put it in the
So here's what I mean. Okay, so I literally typed it in, and it was like, no. Okay, so we got. Actually, can you? I want to make sure I get the acronym right. Darf Detector. Can you type in what it actually means for us? I don't want to be wrong, because I'm gonna be wrong.
We don't want to make assumptions and realize that we have dirty minds.
Either that or just have it be totally wrong. I might be like, oh, it means this, and it's absolutely wrong.
If it's a curse word, put asterisks. We'll know what it is.
Yeah, put asterisks. But why did I think I don't know.
This is a PG show. It's not PG-13.
No.
Well,
some nights it is. We have a swear jar. It's been racked up.
Who has the most money in the swear jar?
Steven Malazzi, when he was on, I
was gonna say either him or Mamba.
Oh, okay. So, no, I think Mamba wins.
Mamba definitely had it.
If you guys haven't seen that live stream, that was the best. Oh,
yeah. Okay. Well,
that's good.
NASCAR Taco Bell Cup Series has to put a nickel in the swear jar. We don't say ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling here, and now I have to put a nickel in the swear jar. That's really funny. That is really funny. Definitely not what I thought it was.
It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I'm sure. It's gonna be in the stream forever. There you go. Yeah. It's because a dumbass race fan is that's what I thought it was, and I was like, okay, got it. Okay, God bless you for saving us, because I was like, I know it's not like something I can look up on the web. I remember I had to realize it. Iceberg on NWP has put money in the swear jar all the time. Yeah, I heard those guys curse a lot.
Yeah,
which is totally fine. We have to curse every now and then. Off the stream, I do curse a lot, and it's really bad, and I have to stop.
No, I definitely have the mouth of a sailor, but it's it's fine.
Who curses the most? I mean, so in the streams, out of the four of us, who curses the most? Is it me, you, Adam, or
in stream or out of stream?
Okay, out of stream.
Out of stream, it's definitely me.
It's you.
It's either me or Adam.
I feel like that I'm third and Dom is fourth. I haven't
Dom's definitely fourth.
I haven't seen him curse a lot.
Maybe it's part of being 40, but he's not in here, is he?
No, I don't think he's in here. We'll have to show him this afterwards. On the stream, though, I think.
Oh, that's right. It's past his bedtime.
Yeah, it's past his bedtime. Here's an idea for a stream: Toby Christie's origin story. That'd be interesting. We need to have Toby. We were trying to get Toby on the stream. We're trying to find a time. I know Ben. Ben, he's been in the chats before. He does editing for TobyChristie.com. He won't be on this next stream. We're gonna announce what we're doing for that, but he's gonna be on the stream after next week. So it's the first week of September, which blows my mind. It actually makes me a little anxious. I'm already saying September's here. But he will be on that stream joining us. So I'm excited about that. But we'll have to have Toby on soon.
He and I are friends now.
Yes.
Yeah. We decided we are friends because we both love the Avett Brothers.
The what?
The Avett Brothers. The band.
Yeah. I'm like, it's a band. I'm like, it's a band, right?
They're literally from like Charlotte. They're from Concord.
For real?
Yeah. That's why because he lives in he lives in North Carolina, doesn't he?
He does, I think. Yeah. Wait, no.
So
we need to figure out where Ben lives because I actually don't know if it's North Carolina.
Because if he lives in North Carolina, that's why he's seen them so many times. They play in North Carolina a lot. Wake Me Up When September Ends. We gotta end August 1st.
I know. I love listening to that song like in September just to make myself a little depressed for winter. Like I just gotta get ready. I gotta ease myself into the depression.
What's between Dom and I? A brick wall.
How much we curse? Who curses the most on the stream? Is that what it is, or is it who curses the least? Or like, I actually forget what it's about. It's about cursing Adam, and who does it the most. I think Adam curses the most on the stream, though. Really? When we do have the streams, I do.
On the stream. Who's
the best profanizer?
If that's not a word, we can make it a word. Get me in contact with Webster's.
We need to. Okay, so Adam says he has $2 in the jar for the stream. I say, huh?
I don't know how many I have, but I know I almost got fired my first night.
Oh my god, yeah, because you dropped the hard MF.
Not MF. No, I said cluster F.
Oh, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah. And I remember because that was the first time Adam and Dom actually met you, and we all looked at each other like, I actually texted them, and I'm like, I swear he's not. He's okay.
Well, that's because I was immediately like, can I say this? And you're like, no.
Yeah, and
I was like,
no,
oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I censored it.
The CF presented by Rob. I have a new logo to work on.
We have so many logos that we gotta work on. Oh, so how much?
You gotta keep me busy.
How much money's in the swear jar now? That's actually we need to go back in the streams that we. Oh god, that's gonna be hours and hours. But
we need a graph. We need a graphic in the stream.
That keeps like a tallying.
Jar. I really kind of want to do this now.
We should We are gonna have to go back.
Yeah, the problem with this is that we can't intentionally do it to put money. Like if we're gonna do this, we actually need to like.
Well, because here's the thing: we're not gonna want to actually put money in the swear jar if we are swearing. That's less money that we have.
But what we should do is after each month, we should like donate it somewhere.
Honestly, I like that.
Donate every month, all the money in the swear jar.
I mean, I personally have an organization I would love to donate to, but I feel like that should be the person who has the most money in the swear jar has to donate it, or should donate.
Yeah,
picks where we put it, I guess.
Yeah,
there's if I had an organization to choose, it would be Dysautonomia International. I have a disorder called POTS, not like pot, but POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It's a long word. Basically, you could faint when you stand up. It's pretty fun. Long story, very short. And their organization is great. They help people with my type of disorder. They've done a lot of good research. People like post-COVID, people get it too. It's weird, but that's where my money would go. Off stream, Adam does definitely swear the most. That is true. Oh my god, we're getting so much. Let's see. What is this? Wait, is a profanitizer a sanitizer station that cusses at you when you use it? Take that.
I did a Shark Tank still around? I don't even know if that's still around.
It still is.
Oh, it's still a thing?
It is. Yes.
Okay. I never really quite understood why they call it Shark Tank, but
I don't. Well, because like they're like investors, and sometimes don't you call like investors sharks? Sometimes something like that, or like they're jumping on an idea, like I don't know, or like they call it.
I don't know. I've never had somebody want to invest in me. I wouldn't know.
Damn, dude.
Does that count? Does that count for you? Does that count?
Does it?
Are we counting that word?
I say damn a lot though on the stream. Are we
maybe we should just pick a word
that we just
month that if we say that word, it goes.
The word of the month.
It doesn't even have to be a swear
word.
It's like if we have to say like chastained.
Oh yeah, then
We
in the
could
jar.
put in a nickel in the chest and in the jar.
We're gonna have. I'm typing this down because I know typing this down. Oh my gosh! Wow, this is how we know we're in the 21st century. We're gonna work on this idea. But I actually really like it.
Ben, I like that so much better.
Oh, fun fact from Ben. Ben always put the fun facts. Thank you. The Shark Tank franchise started in Japan in 2001 and was known as Dragon's Den. I like that better.
Yeah, I like that title so much better. Although Dragon's Den definitely sounds like more of a game show. Remember the time Stewie Griffin went
it does.
Shark Tank?
No. I like that show though. Family Guy.
I haven't watched it in a long time. After they made fun of people that go to Boston University, I was like,
you were like, I'm out.
Yeah, I canceled them.
I like Sawyer's gotten me into South Park.
Why does that Sawyer strikes me as a guy that would like South Park, and that is absolutely a compliment.
You two would be friends. You would, because you guys are film people too. So yeah, Sawyer, if you're out there, I don't know if he's watching the stream because I think he's driving home right now. Call Rob. South is
call
goated.
me.
Yeah.
South is goated. Oh, South
goated.
Park. I thought you just meant
okay, wait. I was like,
just meant the South. I was like,
I mean,
that's where a lot of the tracks are, but
yeah, so interesting. Oh, you guys are spitting facts in the comments. I appreciate it. Wait, somebody said something about, was it you? Oh, okay, so Dark Detector, you said, can't wait to go to Bristol in September. I gotta stay away from the diecast tents, though. My bank account can't handle it. Dude, I am shocked. I didn't buy anything from the tents at Michigan. I tried so hard. I had things in my hand, and then I would try to leave not try to leave the tent like steal, but I would leave the tent. That I'd be like, you know what? I shouldn't do this. And so I put everything down, saved my wallet. I was good.
I didn't buy anything from the tents at Atlanta. But see, that's what happens when you only collect 187s.
Which, okay,
nobody ever has them.
Is so cool.
Thanks. I have the new, because the ones that they made in like 2019 and 2020, they don't come in the little jewel cases, which Lionel, if I have any pull, please, for the love of God, bring these back. Please.
I mean, Lionel has been commenting with our stuff on Twitter. Maybe we could strike up a deal.
Well, they just did it in 2014. I have 2 2014 ones on the way, but I just needed something to put in these spaces while I wait for my various eBay and Mercari orders to come in with other ones. So these are all the ones from like 2019 and 2020 I have, but they're okay. They just don't have the detail.
We're gonna have to do I know, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago, somebody brought up us wanting to do a die-cast show. I think in 2 weeks we'll do like our dream merchandise show. That was an idea that Rob brought up, and we're all excited about that. So we'll try to do that in 2 weeks, and then probably the week after that we'll do diecast, or we'll just lump them together. But everyone wants us to talk about diecast, and I was like, ooh.
Speaking of 187s, I just got an email from eBay. You have an offer from the seller.
Oh,
okay, nice.
Except
6% off. No,
that's not.
Wow, you took off 3 cents. Thanks.
I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
But I know, but it's probably one of the ones that's like they charge like $20, and I'm like, I'm not paying $20.
NASCAR Taco Bell says we both have great setups this week. Personally,
this is going to be my new setup.
I need to figure out my setup in my office back at my apartment. I'm going to put up Adam has inspired me to do LED lights, so I'm going to put those up for when I do the streams. But it's also just difficult in that setup. But this is like where, if you're an OG watcher of Above the Yellow Line, this is where I would do the original shows.
There's a sneaky little Easter egg in my setup. If you look up in the top you're right there. Yeah, right there. I'm sorry. I don't laugh at me, Taylor. I have a little bit of dyslexia.
You're good.
Can you have a little bit of dyslexia? Because I think I do.
No, I'm sorry.
Because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like,
what's the word?
Yeah, right. This is my right.
Yeah. It's my right too, which looks left to you guys.
It's all of our rights, I guess. I don't know.
I have no clue.
But yeah, there's a little Lego X-wing, because I have all my Lego sets on that shelf.
That's really cool.
Yeah, this is such a better setup, and all I had to do was
it's really nice.
Buy a new cord, and that's longer, and just move my monitor to the other side.
I'm so excited to get a new camera, so my quality is better, and the setup will be better in the long run.
Yeah.
Rainbow themed. What are we looking at? Okay, we're looking in the comments. Oh, I feel like I gotta close it out. I'm sorry, you guys. I lost track of time. We can end on this. There was more. Texas Motor Speedway. There was a whole debate as to whether not debate, but like a rumor that they were going to reconfigure it. We can talk about that on the Above the Yellow Line episode coming up on Monday or Tuesday of this coming week. But Adam, we'll leave off with an Adam question. Oh my God, Dom is in the comments. Dom, we're about to end the stream. You can't join now. Comes. You can't not join now.
Well, it's halftime in Georgia. It's halftime in the entire town of Griffin, Georgia.
Wow.
It's they have halftime in that. It's like happy hour, but they call it halftime.
Everyone just goes. The Bikini Bottom national anthem. See, so they're not in the stream tonight because they're lame. Yeah, well, but they're here in the the boys.
It's the thrill of one more kill. The last one to fail.
We need to stop.
Yeah, well, you're lucky I don't know that on guitar.
Oh my God.
Because it's within 5 feet of me.
Dang, yeah. Actually, you need to learn it though. That's like your homework for the weekend. Learn it on guitar.
See, Taco Bell Cup Series is getting involved. He's got it.
Yes.
Oh no, Dom's baiting me here, and I'm not taking it.
No, Dom, don't do it. We told you we weren't going to do rap. We were going to do a rap battle on the stream tonight.
That is a sea shanty. That is not a rap.
Well, you guys also turned it into a sea shanty thing. So rap
slash shanty battle. I could go for a shanty battle.
I hate sea shanties. I cannot. I don't understand.
They're fun. Try doing it try listening to it while you're working. It really does help.
If you guys want to donate to the Bush Series podcast fund, let me know.
Yeah.
Send in your donations. We have I think almost $10 worth of donations just towards that idea alone from the chats. And
that's all we need. That's all we need.
Who's the best rapper between the four of us? Oh God.
Oh, it's not me. It's definitely not me.
Yeah, it's not me.
I trip over my words so easily. I don't know how I was a theater kid for 10 years.
We're both theater kids. We're good. They say, "Oh, I'm the best rapper." Okay, so I'm not gonna say your name right. I am so sorry, Aaronova. I am so sorry. I'm not gonna say it right, but that is definitely not true. I suck at rapping. I'm a musical theater kid, as is Rob. I haven't sang though in a long time. It's not gonna happen.
Really, he's.
Kylito, don't do this to us.
I saw them. I saw them back in March, and that was so much fun. It was to just be in a small concert venue, not even a concert venue. It's the upstairs of a restaurant, and just everybody's singing sea shanties. It is a vibe and a half. Anyway, we've gone off the rails again.
Well, we always go off the rails.
Adam had a question, didn't he?
Adam had a question a long time ago. So first off, we got to bring this up. Beware of Joey Logano at Watkins Glen, a rare Dom L. I mean, could be a factor at Watkins Glen, but Adam's question that we'll leave off on before we make our announcement. I'm sure you guys in the chats would actually love to join what we're going to be announcing. Better finish this weekend. Truex or Ryan Blaney? That's the question. Who do we think is going to be better? I've said my answer on the podcast web show on Tuesday, Monday words.
I feel like
also Dark Detector. We were never on the rails. We were never on the rails for.
I lean towards Dom because Blaney has been good on the road courses, and it's just the problem with it is that Truex is just so hit or miss. And if we're being real, it's a miracle he finished top 10 at Richmond.
Yes. No, that's the thing.
And that was honestly, that's where we thought he was going to win.
That's true.
And he wouldn't even have had to worry about this. But I really, I lean. I don't think he's
going to get it.
No? I don't think so. I think okay. Blaney does it. I'm cautiously saying Blaney, but I do think he has. I think he has the upper hand. If anything else, it's the equipment. It's that Ford has run better on the road courses. But to be fair, nobody has outrun the
Chevys.
The Chevys on the road course.
Yeah. So if anything,
they've all been Chevys this year.
They've all been Chevys at the road courses. Yeah. I mean, I gotta agree with Dom. I mentioned it on Above the Yellow Line on Monday. It's Blaney. TRD has not had the road course program this season. They seem to have done a little bit better at God. The last road course we went to, was that Road America? Indy. Thank you. God. Wow.
They had Bell running well.
Yeah.
I think Hamlin ran. Did Hamlin run well there?
Oh, that's a while. I know Bubba actually ran. I think the best he'd run on a road course.
Yeah, he got top 5.
Top 5. Yeah.
He got a top 5. And ran like top 20 all day, which for Bubba Wallace is really is really solid. But I mean, he's also been working really hard at it too.
He has. I really do think Blaney has the upper hand, and I think he has the upper hand at Daytona too. I think
he definitely has the upper hand at Daytona.
It's going to be a Hail Mary at Daytona for Truex.
And what Dom just said about Chastain, I agree. I think
mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, I think Chastain is going to be the guy to beat this weekend. I do think Buescher.
I was going to say Chris Buescher too.
I think he's going to contend. I think he's got a lot. He's got a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence.
I will say this weekend, I have a signed Chris Buescher jersey. I'm wearing it this weekend. I think he's going to win his way in.
A jersey?
Yeah. I went to the RFK fan event. Like one of like the jersey type things. The RFK event, I put my name into a raffle.
Is it like the pit jersey shirt thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Now
yeah.
I'm thinking like a NFL jersey.
No. And do I still have the text message in my text? I don't know if I do or not, but I got a text message later that day when I was in Charlotte, and it was Chris Buescher with a video telling me that I won.
Oh, nice.
And I was like freaking out. So
yeah, I agree with Adam. He'll finish top 5.
Christopher Buescher will excuse us. Christopher Buescher. Sorry, my bad. No, I'm not gonna jinx him. I'm not jinxing him. I swear. I'm not.
Watkins Glen is also kind of going off what Kylito said. Watkins Glen is also a different animal than I think any road course that we've had. Watkins Glen is such a weird and fun road course because it's such high speed.
It is. I love it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what this car does there. I'm hoping it's tamed. I'm hoping it's not like what we saw the last 10 laps at the Indy road course, or the last, really honestly, the entire race at COTA.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we see maybe a closer battle version of like Sonoma, because Sonoma was pretty tamed but was still a good race, but it was a good race more due to strategy.
Let's see. We have Corey Lajoie. Am I saying that right? I hope so. For Blaney and Truex, they need to have the mentality of a must-win. I absolutely agree. No stage points, no points racing, because we have a 16th winner. Then all the points racing was all for nothing. I would agree.
Is that Corey Lajoie?
Or let's say this. Let's pretend this is actually Corey LaJoie.
Corey, we were rooting for you at Atlanta. I love your number. I love your cars.
Yeah, Rob loves the.
I'm a big Spire 7 fan.
The 7s are gorgeous there. So, if you are the real Corey LaJoie,
you hooked me up with all the
yeah.
Spire. Also, I took photos for your PR rep at Loudon.
We love this. We love Spire. Give us a shout out.
Your son waved at me.
Yes. Rob has his way in now with Corey LaJoie.
I'm really gonna pretend like this is actually Corey LaJoie.
Let's do it. I'm sorry. We're doing this.
Fantastic.
All right, you guys. It is that time. We got to wrap it up.
Yeah, we went way longer than we expected to.
We did. I told Rob, because like I know the whole group usually we go like an hour and a half with all of us, but I was like, we're not gonna have a lot to talk about. We'll probably go for like 45 minutes or an hour. It's been like an hour and 29 minutes, you guys. So
Dom's right. She's the MVP.
Yes.
Yes.
We love her. Yes.
Mostly because she responds to emails, which
yes.
I really appreciate. Yeah, she's really nice.
Get yourself the good PR reps, you guys.
Yeah.
We love her. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Corey LeJoe. I also hope I'm saying your name correct, like your last name correct. Guys, you're doing keep it up. Thank you. Appreciate it.
If this is actually Corey LeJoy, I'm gonna scream. But
I highly doubt it.
Corey, if this is actually Corey LeJoy, tweet at us.
Tweet at us.
Tweet at us if this is actually Corey LeJoy.
At _ Taylor Kitchen _ hashtag ATYL.
Yes.
That's all we need.
Hashtag Bush with like 1,000 H's.
Yes. So we know.
Perfect.
All right. Well, the big announcement. So don't go yet. Big announcement.
Yeah, don't leave.
Don't leave. Nobody leave. Okay, we're good. So I think I talked about this in the Above the Yellow Line episode, so you probably already know. But if all things go well, we are going to be hosting a watch party for the cutoff race going into the round of 16. Daytona watch party is going to be Saturday night starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Myself, Rob, Adam, Dom, going to be doing some just live talking about the race, commenting with you all what you all think. We'll be live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I guess since we're going to be watching the race, bring the booze, bring the Dr. Peppers, whatever you got, snacks, pizza, whatever it is, and we will be watching the race with you all. So
BYOB, bring your own
BYOB.
Bush.
Yeah,
bring your own bush.
Bring your own bush, you guys. Bring it up. Thank you. Yeah, be there. Tweet about it. Have your friends watch, even if they're not NASCAR fans. We'll promise we'll convert them over. So yeah, make sure to watch. We'll do a 30-minute pre-race show. Then the rest is racing. We'll probably talk 30 minutes after the race because I know at that point we all got to get to working on our journalism, stories, media, whatever it is. So yeah, make sure you're there. I'll make sure to post about this on Twitter, update you all throughout the week. But to keep up with, go ahead.
Think of your favorite YouTube commentary video.
Yes.
That's what it's going to be.
It's going to be your favorite pals.
Personally, I'm a big Razzle fan, and it's going to be just like that.
Oh my God, Russ. No. See, now you and Sawyer would really be friends.
Wait, he knows Razzle?
He loves Razzle.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Yeah, Sawyer and I are best friends.
I will give you his number and you can text him.
That's fantastic. I've never met anybody else that knows who Razzle is. That's fantastic.
We know them all of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse Bush Series podcast, and we love that. That's going to be our new thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, to keep up with all that, all of what we do and everything. Let me see. Let's make sure I have my slides correct. Where are my slides? Okay, yeah. Follow us on social media. You already know this, but if you don't, Above the Yellow Line on YouTube for the OG content for Above the Yellow Line. If you miss all that, you miss our old trivia games and whatever, make sure to find it there. Also follow us on Instagram for behind the scenes on everything that we do. At _ Taylor Kitchen _ is my personal Twitter where you can find daily questions, post-race polls, all updates on when we're going to stream. And then also, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you should probably do that. If your friends aren't subscribed, you should probably tell them to subscribe. It's kind of a shame that they're not, but that's okay. We still love them the same. So subscribe. Rob, your Twitter handle is?
At @onbrand with 2 N's. And that is the same thing for that and for Instagram.
So make sure to follow Rob there. And what else was I going to say? What else? Oh, yeah. We're on podcasting platforms. If you didn't know that. If you can't watch when we upload on Mondays or Tuesdays, but you still want to make sure that you're keeping up with everything, we're on Anchor, Spotify, Audible, what else? Apple Podcasts. Make sure you check us out there. And then, of course, we would not be able to do anything that we're doing, TobyChristie.com or Above the Yellow Line, without our wonderful, amazing partners, Xyloware and Haymaker Coffee, kick-ass coffee there. The promo code cut off, but I'll tell you it all here. So if you're listening, here we are. If you use the promo code RACE25 when you order Haymaker Coffee on their website, you get 25% off your order. I will be doing that this weekend. I hope you do too. Xyloware, if you hate checking out your glasses or getting glasses, my pharmacy is Walmart, right? hate going there to look at glasses. I just don't want to touch them and everything. So you can get glasses shipped to your house, try them on, and it's just an amazing experience. Send back the ones that you don't, buy the ones you do. Fantastic. So thank you to Xyloware and Haymaker Coffee for supporting us. Thank you all for supporting us too. We feel the love every week in the comments. We really do. We appreciate it. Yes, and thank you, Kyle, for putting the @on brand on Twitter.
Let's go.
I'll also put it in the description. I'll put a link so you guys can follow him and his work. Also, I'll put a Redbubble link there too because you got to see his designs.
We got merch.
We got merch. Yes. Oh God, I should put like a merch tab in this slide. I really should.
But there's more than just above the yellow line merch. I have a lot of just like random racing merch.
And the random racing merch is personally I love the above the yellow line stuff, but that's rad. First off, this isn't on the Redbubble
page. That's on my
that
pin's
Etsy.
On my Etsy store. I have a bunch of pins on my Etsy store too.
But yeah, check
it's all linked. It's all linked on my website, which is linked on my Twitter.
I'm just gonna
need pins, more pins. I can't.
We need more pins.
I gotta sell the lot that I have now because I can't afford to. I can't afford to order more. I gotta sell the inventory that I have
existing. Buy the pins, go to his Twitter page, then go to his website, and that's where you can find everything.
The more pins you buy, the more I can make.
So make sure to do that. Thank you guys for all the love in the comments. We love you just the same. Thank you for joining us every single week, and we will see you next Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time to watch the Daytona race. We'll be partying. Hope you guys join us for that party. Thank you all so much for everything you do. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.